You haven't really heard too much about it lately, but it's still fucking there. You still see the flags, the bumper stickers, all that type of bullshit like that, man. So the back the blue, man. Do you think that's bullshit or no?
Well, we're gonna piss some folks off, so
Let's get it.
I welcome the conversation and discussion. So I think I was listening to Trevor Noah and he put it like perfectly. And I kind of felt similar to what the way he said it. I'm not going to quote him or anything, but to me, I feel like on this side, you have supporting police officers and law enforcement. And on this side, you have back the blue. Right?
Yep.
I think the concept of back the blue was bullshit. And the reason why I say that, because I feel like it was a counter argument to Black Lives Matter. And
you just took the words right out my fucking brain with that.
I mean, it's just like all lives matter, and it's like, oh, they're talking about the police officer, so blue lives matter. Let's back the blue. So, but and I'll get to that in a minute. But I feel like that concept, and that's the only reason it's there. I don't feel like a lot of the people that say that really believe it, like they think they do. But I think the concept is bullshit, and it's a kind of retaliation to me. On the other hand, I support law enforcement. I mean, that's simple. I mean, my neighbor, awesome dude. He's a cop. Talk to him all the time. I guess I would consider, I guess my nephew, it's Kim nephew. So my nephew too, he's a cop. So, I mean, I got a couple friends that are cops. We know some cops. I mean, great people, man. In most of the cases. And that's why, like, I can support law enforcement. You'll never see me like if a police officer is killed in the line of duty, you'll never see me like, oh, fuck that, he got what he deserved, because that's bullshit and insensitive. I mean, the majority of them out there are doing a good job and doing the best they can. I mean, and that's real. I mean, regardless of how you feel about police, you got to realize that a lot of them really, when they suit up, they really want to protect. There are those assholes out there, and there is a system that favors and protects them. And I don't think Back the Blue helps that. And I also feel that it's one of those things to me that's only an issue when it's convenient. Like we use Kaepernick all the time because it's one of those, they throw the support the troops in when it's a convenient argument. But when, we talk about benefits for veterans and shit like that and supporting disabled veterans, where are those people at? They ain't got that same energy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the same kind of thing. I mean, it's only one of those things when it's a convenient argument to generate outrage. Oh, he doesn't support Back the Blue, so he's anti-law enforcement. You have to be stupid to realize that those two aren't the same thing. I mean, it's just like we talked about before, the difference between Black Lives Matter, the concept, and Black Lives Matter, the organization. You have to be smart enough to realize that there's fucking differences. And that's what I think people miss. And I think that's where it's like, you want to get mad just because I don't like this shit. I mean, and I feel like when I see those flags, a lot of times it's kind of one of those, I just want to say fuck you to everybody type things. And do you really support? And I mean, I hate to say it, but if you really back the blue, like you say you do, the shit that happened on the 6th to those police officers there'd be a hell of a lot more outrage about that.
Oh yeah.
And definitely. I don't see it at all. So it's only one of those things where it's convenient, man. So what do you think?
Well, I think that's sure, everybody. He pretty much said everything I was going to say. Y'all have a good night. No, like you said, it's definitely a fucking it's a counter argument. The defund the police and all this other shit, Black Lives Matter, and then we're gonna back the blue. We're gonna back, even if they're wrong, they're gonna fucking back them. And that's the spot that was getting me.
That's a good point. That's a real good point right there.
With the George Floyd thing, you know what I'm saying? It's on fucking video. If that was your son, dad, uncle, whatever, and this motherfucker had his knee on his neck for fucking like 6 minutes, would you still be yelling back the blue? Fuck no, you wouldn't be yelling back the fucking blue. But that really kicked it up then because they was all back to blue, back to blue. We support Derek Bitchface, whatever the fuck his name is. We support him. We're back in the blue. Now, like you said earlier, this is not a stab at law enforcement because they have a hard fucking job. I respect what they fucking do. Hell, I even tried to be a cop myself to transition from being a correction officer, but I failed a lot of tests. That's a story. But he was good, man. He was good. Okay, that's a story for another day, man.
Man, you know what? I feel like you should tell that story right now.
All right, fuck it. So, I'm going through the process. I done made it through my second interview. They was ready to put me on, send me to the academy, all that shit. I was crushing it. So I went to the lie detector test. He didn't even put the little thingies on me, man. That motherfucker was good, boy. He hit me with that Horatio Kane CSI shit, bro. I'm saying he took his fucking shades off and was like, now you should just tell me the truth right now, right? Because if they find out later on, that's going to be your ass and it's going to be a while before. It's like, there was this one time at band camp, and then he was like, "Oh, yep, that's it. Go ahead. You can try again in 2 years." And I was like, "Fuck it." But, yeah, failed a lot of tests, ladies and gentlemen. And then motherfuckers gonna tell me how to pass it afterwards. Where the fuck was you yesterday? But as far as I support them. But there are those certain dickheads that need to be weeded out. You know what I'm saying? My problem is every case with a police involved shooting of an unarmed melanin brother, sister, or anything like that, they already had a foul case, a track record of excessive force and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? So they need to dig into that type of shit more. And then the people that's back to blue, like you said, January 6th, the same motherfuckers that was hollering back to blue was beating the fuck out the blue. So I mean, so what side are you on? It's only when it's convenient, when it's our people that's fucking hooping and hollering and pissed off about something, you got to find some fucking reason to counteract what the hell we're trying to do instead of fucking understand us. That's why I think back to blue is bullshit. Because like you said, it's just a fucking counter argument to, you know what I'm saying? Say, oh, well, they're saying Black Lives Matter. Well, all lives matter. And we're going to back the blue too. And then, our own people take the people that do the back the blue and all that shit as, oh, they're automatically racist. No, they're not all fucking racist. They just dumb as fuck. That's just what it is. They simple bastards that get fucking riled up for fucking anything. And you'll have these certain people, oh, well, my father was a cop for 23 years and he got shot in the face by, okay, I got it. Sorry for your loss and everything like that. But that still does not justify you supporting these motherfucking criminals with badges. It does not. And that's what Back to Blue is pretty much doing. Y'all are supporting these criminals. Y'all aren't supporting the ones that's doing what they're supposed to be doing, i.e. the Capitol. You're not supporting the ones that's actually doing their fucking job how they're supposed to. You want to support the ones that's in social media for doing some old bullshit. So all in all, yeah, it's bullshit. Yeah. Back to Blue, fuck your flags, fuck your bumper stickers, and fuck you.
So you made me think of two things. So I know you watch Breakfast Club. So did you see the donkey of the day earlier this week with the sheriff in Florida that used taxpayer dollars to make a statue?
Oh yeah, his fucking statue. The fuck. And the new sheriff was like, "Nah, we ain't doing that.
We ain't doing that. What kind of shit is that, man? What kind of shit is that?" But what I was gonna say,
he said he was the shit, man. Y'all don't know it.
He said, "I'm gonna make a statue for my damn self." I mean, but that's the kind of shit I be saying. But like to me. Like when you a flag flying super supporter, whatever like that, you get kind of like they can do no wrong, and that's a very, 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 very dangerous thing.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that I worry about is because it's always like, oh no, we gotta trust them, just comply, all that shit. No, they're people. People are capable of mistakes,
of course, and. Like you just said, they're people. Everybody has their own perception of things.
Yeah, I mean there are biases, there's flaws, and you're willing to with a flag brush all that shit under the rug instead of truly looking at the situation for what it is. And I think that's what's missing. And I'm all for supporting law enforcement, but let's not put them, on this pedestal where they can't do any wrong. That's what I want. That's where I want you to be able to realize that they need to be held accountable.
Oh yeah.
And they fuck up. There are some racists out there. There's some idiots out there. I don't think every shooting is always a racist thing. But if they make a mistake, they make a mistake. They need to be punished if they make a mistake. And if there's racial motivations and biases involved, that needs to be dealt with accordingly. So
definitely.
Yeah, just be careful before you blind support anything, man. That's all I say. I mean, you can't
understand both sides.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And I'm gonna say this too, because we're not biased here at the Fowl Language Podcast, but the same thing applies to the Black Lives Matter organization. You know what I mean? What Black Lives Matter stands for and what the organization stands for. Me personally, I'm not really on the same page with the actual organization with their mission statement. However, do I believe Black Lives Matter? Goddamn right they matter. Do I feel like now I ain't even gonna say in the past 10 years because the shit has been going on fucking forever. Do I feel like our lives are treated less than our Caucasian counterparts? Hell yeah, they fucking are. It's been that way since they dragged our ancestors over here or took our ancestors off their land. Because some people say we're not even Africans, we're Native Americans, all this other shit, whatever. It's the same thing. They treat us like that, and we're not saying that law enforcement does not matter. We're not saying that we don't back them. Please believe, if you break into my house after I fill you full of holes, I'm going to call the police, and hopefully they understand my side of the situation. I'm gonna call the fire department or whoever. These first responders, man, their job is fucking ridiculously hard, and they don't get paid nearly a fuck enough at all for the type of shit they do. But still, you do got those bigots and those fucking idiots and those just scary ass punks, some of them bitches that, I'm saying, these black people bullied me in my public school the whole time. I'm going to be a cop and I'm going to get their black asses. And that's probably
and you
the
have
case.
To realize that should exist and is real out there.
Yeah. And that's probably really the case. It's not about them being racist. They probably had a bad experience with a particular group of black people one point in time in their life, and they transitioned that into being a cop, and now they fucking see that same melanin group of people and project their anger, their rage, their fucking trauma and all this other shit onto those people, and that may be the cause. Who knows? But either way, the back to blue argument is bullshit. I back law enforcement, the whole back to blue, whatever the fuck.
Right.
Perfect.